spent weeks reading the ingredient panels and the legal product names on America's best-selling jerky bags. Not the marketing on the front, the part in the smallest type. There are 4 legally distinct names for this product in the United States, and only one of them means a single piece of beef. One of the most recognizable meat snacks in the country contains 3 different species, and one of them isn't beef or pork. On several bags, sugar is the second ingredient, meaning it outweighs everything except the meat. And the no nitrates added claim on the premium shelf is legally accurate and does not mean what most shoppers think it means. No lab testing here. Current ingredient panels, USDA product name rules, and manufacturers' own published statements. None of this is about fake meat. It's all inspected. The question is, what kind, in what form, and what came along with it? 4 concepts before the list starts. All of them come back. First, the legal product name. USDA defines 4 separate names, and they are not interchangeable. Beef jerky means a single piece of beef. Beef jerky, chunked and formed, means chunks molded together and cut into strips. Ground and formed means ground meat, molded, cut. Jerky sausage is chopped meat in a casing. If binders or extenders are used, the true product name has to say so. USDA's own published example is beef and soy protein concentrate jerky, ground and formed. Mandatory, standardized, cannot be marketed around. It's the most reliable real beef test a shopper has, and it's printed on the front. Second, ingredient order is weight order. Descending. A sugar in position 2 outweighs everything except the meat. Brown sugar, cane sugar, corn syrup, dextrose, honey, molasses. All separate line items, all counted separately, which is how 4 of them fit in the top 6 positions on some panels. Third, the 2 qualified claims. No added nitrites except those naturally occurring in cultured celery extract. Celery powder is a nitrite source. Consumer Reports found residue levels similar to synthetic sodium nitrite. Then, no added MSG, except that naturally occurring in soy sauce, hydrolyzed corn protein, and yeast extract. Those contribute free glutamates. Both claims are legal. Both are accurate. Both have an exception clause. Fourth, product of USA. Since January 2026, it requires born, raised, slaughtered, and processed here. Documentation within 24 hours. Number 7, Krave Sweet Chipotle. And this is the gentlest entry on the list, which is exactly why it goes first. The panel reads, grass-fed beef, cane sugar, gluten-free soy sauce, honey. 2 of the top 4 ingredients by weight are sugars. The beef is genuinely grass-fed. Real credit there. The pork black cherry barbecue variant runs further in the same direction, evaporated cane syrup, honey, black cherry syrup, molasses, plus the cherries themselves. 5 sugar family ingredients in one panel. Fairness qualifier, and it matters. Krave advertises 0 sugar options, so this is a flavor line problem, not a brand indictment. But here's the useful part. This is the cleanest proof on the entire list that grass-fed and 100% beef tell you nothing whatsoever about sugar load. Both claims are true. Neither one is answering the question the back of the bag is answering. Number 6, Old Trapper, Old-Fashioned. Beef, brown sugar, water, salt, beef stock, hydrolyzed corn protein, vinegar, flavorings, sodium nitrite. Brown sugar in position 2 again, same architecture as the entry before it. But notice what's different. Sodium nitrite is listed outright. No uncured claim, no celery workaround, no exception clause. Whatever else this product is, it's honest about its curing agent. And after the next entry, you'll understand why that's worth saying out loud. EWG's label analysis put the product at roughly 18% sugar by weight, about a teaspoon per serving, and 40% of the daily sodium reference in one serving. Carry the caveat that capture is several years old, and EWG is an advocacy group using its own methodology, not a government rating. Old Trapper sells a zero sugar line, 14 grams of protein, no sugar. Same brand, same shelf, two entirely different products. Number 5, Jack Link's, and precision matters more here than anywhere else on this list, because the difference between two bags from the same company is the whole point. The beef steak product: beef, water, salt, brown sugar, spices, monosodium glutamate, sugar, flavorings, sodium nitrite. MSG listed outright. Sodium nitrite listed outright. No qualified claim, no exception clause, because this product doesn't make either claim. Now the original beef jerky bag, same brand: beef, water, sugar, brown sugar, sea salt, salt, soy sauce, hydrolyzed corn protein, yeast extract, flavors, maltodextrin, cultured celery extract, beef stock. That package carries both qualified claims. No added nitrates or nitrites except those naturally occurring in sea salt and cultured celery extract. No added MSG except that naturally occurring in soy sauce, hydrolyzed corn protein, and yeast extract. Two products, one brand. One says MSG and sodium nitrite in plain type. The other says no added MSG and no added nitrites, then describes the same functional outcome in a subordinate clause. Both legal, both accurate, only one of them is easy to read. Number 4, Cattleman's Cut double-smoked sausages. Sold inside the beef snack set. First ingredient is pork. Beef appears in exactly one place on the panel, the collagen casing. Then the curing system runs belt and suspenders, cultured celery powder, and synthetic sodium nitrite in the same product, plus sodium erythorbate as a cure accelerator and sodium phosphate. 4 separate sugar family ingredients: brown sugar, honey, sugar, with vinegar and encapsulated citric acid handling acidity. Fairness qualifier, and this one is significant. Cattleman's Cut also sells an American Wagyu beef jerky with a materially cleaner panel and no synthetic nitrite. 22 grams of protein per bag. Genuinely a different product from the same company. But the sausages are what most people reach for, and a shopper who walked into that set looking for beef is holding pork with beef wrapped around the outside. Number 3, Wild Bill's Hickory Smoked. Pennsylvania Dutch, Amish style, hung in the smokehouse since 1983, premium hickory smoked top round, made in the USA, USDA inspected. All of that is the front of the bag. The back is a more layered story. Ingredients 2 and 3 are both soy sauces, and neither is traditional brewed soy sauce. The light one is water, hydrolyzed soy protein, corn syrup, salt, caramel color, lactic acid, potassium sorbate. The regular one is nearly the same list. Together, those two ingredients outweigh everything in the bag except the beef. Then a third glutamate source further down, hydrolyzed corn protein. No MSG claim is made here. The brand did start in Pennsylvania Dutch country and was acquired by Monogram Meat Snacks in 2009. The smokehouse story is real history. The 2 compound ingredients sitting directly behind the beef are a modern flavor system with caramel color and a mold inhibitor built in. Quick pause. If the pattern so far looks like sugar in position 2 and a qualified claim in the fine print, that isn't a coincidence in the editing. That's the category. The last 2 entries are structurally different, not more sugar. A question about whether the thing in the bag is one piece of beef at all. Number 2, and this isn't a brand. It's a designation. Chopped and formed, ground and formed, chunked and formed. USDA requires those words in the legal product name when they apply, and requires binders and extenders to appear in the product name itself rather than buried in the ingredient list, which means any package where those words appear is, by the manufacturer's own mandatory disclosure, not a single piece of beef. Where it shows up most is private label store brands and licensed brands, because the same plants co-manufacture for multiple competing labels. The establishment number inside the USDA inspection mark identifies the actual plant. This entry can't be argued with and can't be reformulated around. The manufacturer already told you. It's printed on the front, in the smallest type, on the bag. Number 1, Slim Jim. And it starts with a category error. This isn't beef jerky. It isn't jerky at all. It's a smoked meat stick, legally distinct from jerky, which carries a defined moisture-to-protein standard. The panel: beef, pork, mechanically separated chicken, water, textured soy flour, corn syrup, salt. 3 species in the first 3 ingredients. Mechanically separated chicken is USDA defined. Bone with attached tissue forced under high pressure through a sieve, producing a paste. Textured soy flour in position 5 is a binder. Corn syrup sits in 6. The casing is beef collagen, meant to be eaten. What the brand claims is accurate. No artificial colors, no artificial flavors. USDA inspected. This is real, inspected meat from 3 animals. The gap between that and what people picture is the widest on this list. Now the other side of the list, 3 products where the panel actually holds up. Real beef number 3, Tillamook Country Smoker, 0 sugar. Beef, gluten-free soy sauce, beef broth, flavorings, vinegar, cultured celery powder, granulated garlic, salt. 14 grams of protein, 0 sugar, 0 total carbs per serving. But the reason this one is here isn't the panel. It's what the manufacturer publishes voluntarily. Their own sourcing statement reads that they use the finest cuts of imported and domestic meat, always whole slabs, never shreds. Read that twice. Always whole slabs, never shreds is a direct manufacturer statement against the chopped and formed processing that was entry number 2. And imported and domestic is the honest disclosure almost nobody else in this category makes. Connect it back to the product of USA rule from the setup. A third-generation American heritage brand, 40 years in Bay City, Oregon, can use imported beef and still make entirely truthful claims. Same celery powder caveat as everything else on the premium shelf. But this is a company that published the one fact its marketing department had every reason to leave off the bag. Real beef number 2, Chomps original beef. Honest caveat first, this is a meat stick, not jerky. Different legal category, different process. It's here anyway because of what's in it. Grass-fed and grass-finished beef, water, sea salt, encapsulated lactic acid, cultured celery powder, black pepper, red pepper, garlic powder, coriander, in a beef collagen casing. That grass-fed and finished wording is the distinction worth carrying out of this video. Most brands can legally say grass-fed even when cattle were grain-finished at the end. Grass-fed and finished is the stricter claim, and almost nobody makes it. Non-GMO project verified. No antibiotics or hormones. No added sugar, gluten, soy, dairy, MSG, artificial preservatives, colors, or sweeteners. Free from all top 9 allergens. 10 grams of protein, 0 sugar, roughly 100 calories. Second honest caveat, cultured celery powder is present, and it's a nitrite source, the same claim structure the consumer groups petitioned about. Now compare this panel to the stick at number 1. Same product category, same casing, completely different document. Real beef number 1, People's Choice Old-Fashioned. 6 ingredients: beef, water, sea salt, natural spices, cane sugar, garlic powder, no sodium nitrite, no MSG, no hydrolyzed anything, no cultured celery extract, no qualified claim because there's nothing to qualify. Sea salt is doing the preservation work. The manufacturer describes thinly slicing whole muscle chunks of 100% American beef into jerky sheets. Made in the USA. People's Sausage Company, family-owned in downtown Los Angeles since 1929. 4 generations. A sugar-free variant runs 16 grams of protein per serving. Critical distinction, and it has to be said plainly. The big slab line from the same company is a different product. Beef, seasoning, water, soy sauce, liquid smoke, sodium nitrite. Name the line, not the brand. That's been the lesson of half this list. So here's what actually matters. Read the legal product name, not the brand name. Beef jerky alone means one piece of beef. Anything with formed in it doesn't. It's mandatory and it can't be marketed around. Count the ingredient positions. Sugar in position 2 outweighs everything but the meat. Sugars get listed separately, which is how 4 of them fit in the top 6. Look for the exception clause. Except those naturally occurring in cultured celery extract. Except that naturally occurring in hydrolyzed corn protein. Those 2 phrases are doing more work than anything else in this aisle. Count the species. Beef, pork, and mechanically separated chicken is a multi-species stick, not beef jerky. And product of USA means something specific now. Born, raised, slaughtered, and processed here, documented within 24 hours on request. 10 products. Almost every real answer was printed on the bag the whole time, in the type nobody reads. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and see you in the next one.